Tesla absolutely soared. Will it hit $1,000 by the summer? Did I screw up not buying? Why is the market rallying along with Tesla stock? I'll tell you what I'm seeing and what my game plan is for Tesla stock this week. And you can copy off my paper right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will cover the huge week that just happened. What are the key takeaways from this week? And I will lay out my strategy for the upcoming week. And if you are like me, not the coolest kid, or have a crooked head that makes your glasses crooked most of the time, thanks for commenting down below, by the way, but you want to build real wealth alongside a real person, go ahead and subscribe, hit that little notifications bell, and while you're down there, go ahead and give the video a like as well. So let's recap the prior week. Monday, the Dow was down over 300 points. Tuesday, the Dow was up 559 points. Wednesday, the Dow was down almost 500 points. Thursday, the Dow was up just 33 points. And Friday, the Dow was up over 700 points. There is no super technical analysis this week. Sorry, but you cannot effectively analyze this market, even for fun. What are the takeaways from the week? There are essentially three big takeaways from this week for me. The first, the market is on crack right now. Earnings season started this week, and we all knew it was going to be bad. Companies on Wall Street adjusted estimates down for the current, illness situation. And so we saw JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo miss the lower targets that were set for them. And of course, both stocks rally immediately upon the news. It just doesn't make any sense. Understand completely that stocks sometimes move opposite of earnings, as some already have prices baked into them. But JP Morgan Chase stock specifically had already priced in a better than expected number. And Wall Street was stunned by what JP Morgan revealed and their notes that came along with it. They basically told the market it's going to be worse than expected. Given that they were leaders in the last downturn, had the best balance sheet, and have typically been ahead of everyone else, their opinion carries a lot of weight. So for them to then show an even worse picture than expected, and to miss estimates, and get a rally shows you how out of whack this current rally is. It's why I'm having such a hard time getting behind this market rally. Something is just off. Let me show you another example. We set multiple records for bad data this week. And I'm not talking small, I'm talking historically bad numbers. And the market's still up for the week. Does that make sense? Then Gilead, I think I'm pronouncing that right, I'm not sure, released news that they had a promising new drug that is working against the illness. Positive news, right? And the market skyrocketed on it. But read more than just the headlines, guys. The drug isn't even part of a full clinical trial yet. It's nowhere near even being close to being able to say it actually works, much less be released to the public. Honestly, it sounds to me like someone released some good news to get a stock bump while the market overall was rallying. But no one would ever do that, right? Nope, not gonna happen. The point is, the drug is a long way off from being available, but the market's rallied huge. The second thing that really stuck out to me this week was record unemployment continued, along with other record bad news. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the record levels of unemployment. Just look at this chart again. So we had another 5.5 million people file unemployment claims this week. So that means there are over 22 million people out of work right now since all this started. Remember, we only have roughly 157 million total workers in America, but that chart is just ridiculous. Again, look at it compared to the Great Recession. It's just staggering. We are rapidly approaching Great Depression numbers. It's just insanity. But stocks are just pretending like this has zero effect on companies out there. So let's look at another record set this week. Retail sales declined 8.7% for the month of March. There's an all-time record decline in retail sales in a month. And think about that a little more. What do you think April's retail sales are gonna look like? Remember, in March, we will still open a good chunk of the month. But April is pretty much a lost month. So I think the April number will be gargantuan. The market reacted to this news by dipping almost 500 points on Wednesday. But no worries, all is better now, and they made up that 500 points plus by the time Friday closed. But like I stated earlier, the market just continues to rally despite monster record bad performance. If that's even a sentence or a phrase, I have no idea. And the third thing that I saw this week is that everyone is a day trader all of a sudden. I've been hearing two things consistently all week. Either, oh my goodness, I missed it, Tesla is just too high, or I've been hearing that I bought at 500, 600, whatever. Should I sell? So let's address both right now. If you think you missed it with Tesla being at $750, why didn't you buy earlier if $750 was your mark for, missing it? Yes, I still think it's going to dip again in the future, but I could be completely wrong. And guess what? I'm comfortable buying Tesla at $900 a share because I think it's a $1,500 stock in 2 to 3 years. So if it doesn't go back down and continues to go up, despite the economy being in worse shape than it was in 2008 and 2009, which makes no sense, but okay, I'll go with it for right now just for this example, I'm still getting a huge discount. If I told you I had an investment that would return you 66% on your money, I would have investors banging down my door giving me billions of dollars. Think about that if you're a long-term investor, 66%. That's the return you get if you buy at $900 and it goes to $1,500. That's an incredible return on any investment, and I challenge any of you guys to find something that returns better. And if you're on the opposite side of the spectrum and you're asking me if you should sell because you recently bought well and have made, 40, 50, 60% in the past few weeks, and now you're thinking of selling, then you are day trading. I don't day trade, so I have no idea what you should do. And I understand completely that I've repositioned my Tesla strategy just for Tesla stock. I'll link that video at the end if you missed it on Friday, but that is my personal strategy and not necessarily one for you to engage in. In the end, if you're doing either one of these two things, whether you know it or not, you are thinking like a day trader or you're actually engaging in some form of day trading. But if you are not a day trader, but a long-term investor like me, but FOMO is turning you into a day trader, then make sure you subscribe and hit that little notifications bell, or at least like this video so we can help each other through this crazy market right now and all these things that are confusing our strategies and causing us FOMO and day trading silliness and all this other stuff. My strategy for the week. Copy off me if you like. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only, as I am a complete idiot. So in addition to what we just talked about, it looks like a V-shaped recovery is happening for Tesla stock. And if you are one of the ones that guessed it, I commend you right now. Nice call. Hopefully you traded on it. Thankfully, most of the stocks I was targeting have not had the run that Tesla has had, so I'm still able to buy at significant discounts. So I made more trades on Monday, just nibbling a little bit again, and they lay out like this. I purchased a small amount of Google, more shares of Apple, and Facebook. Strangely, I actually got Google at last week's price. I had my order in last week, but it didn't execute until now. But I still got last week's price. I assume it was a glitch. Kind of like Tesla hitting $270 again in after hours trading on Monday. That is legit what happened to Tesla on the chart I check every morning at 4 a.m. I'll let the conspiracy theorists among you debate how that happened in the comments. Remember in February when Tesla was at $900 plus? I remember hearing and reading comments like, if it drops to $700, I'll buy as much as I can. But did you follow through? This is the problem with investing with emotions. If you think it's going to $1,500, you are still getting a great deal. And those of you that are loathing the fact that you didn't buy at $380, you could have bought just 6 months ago under $200. It's a fool's errand to play the what if game and always look back at what you missed. If you play hindsight with stocks, you will do one of two things. Yeah, one of two. However you do that with your fingers. You either actually never invest, because you can always look back and see where you missed an opportunity, or you will always have regret, even when you make money, because you could have made more, which of course leads you to even poorer investment choices like sacrificing long-term gains. I can't say the word gains, because you just want out because you didn't buy right, which of course puts you on that vicious cycle of, I felt bad because I didn't buy the bottom so I sold, but now it's above the price I sold at and I screwed up selling it. And the downward spiral continues. That isn't investing. If you don't have a real strategy to buy, you will be on the emotional roller coaster that is riding the whims of the market. As I was thinking about this all week, I decided I should put my money where my mouth is. So I actually expended some of my funds I had allocated for Tesla on Thursday for $751 a share. No, this wasn't a FOMO trade. It was simply to prove the point that I only care about where Tesla is going, not where they are at currently. I know I may lose half my money in the coming weeks or make a bunch. And guess what? Even if I finish out my Tesla position on Monday and I expend all of my funds on Tesla, I'm still going to be great in the next 2 to 3 years in my opinion based on my analysis. Here, let me show you real quick. I believe many of us on here think it will go to $1,000 to $1,500, in the next year or two, correct? If that's the case, then I will be doubling my money in a year potentially at the $751 price point that I bought at. Show me a single investor who doubles their money potentially in a year. Warren Buffett's average annual return is 20.5% per year. So in this particular trade, I beat Warren Buffett, the greatest investor ever. If you cannot be happy with that, then you just shouldn't be investing. Just don't even bother. So unless I actually get one of my buy signals, I will be holding off another week from buying more Tesla stock. So the next thing you need to do is click right here if you want to know my new Tesla strategy, and like the video if you enjoyed the content. Thanks.